A developer is constructing an ETL pipeline to determine mean sales across multiple retail locations, which provide raw data via CSV files. Which action should the developer perform first on this data? Option A, parse the files to structure them into separate data collections. Option B, transform the numerical values into alternative data types. Option C, fill in any absent timestamp values using imputation. Option D, combine the files with a publicly available dataset. Okay, so the question is asking us to choose the action a developer should perform first on this data when starting to build an ETL pipeline to determine mean sales across multiple retail locations. Now, the correct answer is option A, parse the files to structure them into separate data collections. This is because the first step in any ETL process, the extract, transform, load process, is typically to extract the raw data from its source systems. In this case, the CSV files. Once the raw data is extracted, it's often necessary to parse the files to structure the data into more usable format, such as into separate data collections. This will make the transformation step, which will involve calculating the mean sales, much easier. Now, while transformations are important, they typically come after the parsing step, allowing for more organized and usable data. Filling in missing timestamp values using imputation is important, but it involves.
This question tests your understanding of the extract, transform, and load process, commonly known as ETL. When working with raw data sources like text-based files, you are often dealing with information that hasn't been organized for analytical processing yet. You need to consider what the very first logical step is to make that raw information readable by a machine before any deeper data manipulation, cleaning, or aggregation can take place.
In my view, the correct answer is option A, parsing the files to structure them into separate data collections. When dealing with raw data in formats like CSV, the system first needs to interpret the rows and columns to turn that semi-structured text into a usable dataset. This is the foundational extraction step.
Regarding the other options, transformation tasks like changing data types or imputing missing values generally come after the data has been properly ingested and structured. Combining with external datasets is also an optional enrichment step that doesn't precede basic file ingestion. As an exam tip, always remember that ETL follows a specific order. Extraction must happen before you can effectively perform any complex data cleaning or analysis.